Hi. I was just gonna say hi. Yeah. Yep. I just went live. All right. Love you. Yeah. All right. Love you.
What are you two doing? Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I know.
Perfect. Yep. I even have up to that corner. So anywhere in there is good. Thank you. Hey Chad, this is Melanie West. How are you? Good. Hey, what is the turnaround like for Will decided last night that he was going to come home and he was like, and I need new tires. And I said, well, I'll do that, and then could put those. He could order them and have them put on Tuesday morning. He could stay that long. Okay. Do you want to swing by there on your way into town and look at the size? And then get them put on while you're still home. I told him that you were going to be home before
I just said something.
So I said I'll just have Will swing by and maybe he can look at the size.
Yeah, I got one.
All right. Let me know. Love you. Hi. Yes. Yes.
So
and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Mills County Goat Show. This class is going to be the goat dairy miniature dairy goats, does under 5 years in milk, and this is Braylon Myers.
Go that way.
All right. Tonight's day for a goat show, and we're going to have a good time here today. If you're an exhibitor, just be reminded that you're here to show your project off, to have it evaluated. And so, you know, it's going to be a good time. We're going to get along well with each other and just have fun today. Some of our entrants have canceled, so this is our only dairy animal here today. And she is a Nigerian dwarf. She's very dairy in her character. We like the way she stands square on a nice set of feet and legs. She shows extension in that neck. She's very sharp up over the withers. We really like the angularity that she shows from the withers to the pins. A doe that shows us a lot of spring a rib, fullness into that flank. A doe that's very well sprung. When you examine her foreudder, she shows a really nice tight foreudder. She shows us a nice rear attachment, nice teat placement. Just a really nice Nigerian dwarf doe for this young lady. So this doe will win her class. She'll also be the champion dairy goat. Give her a great big round of applause.
Congratulations, Braylon Myers. At this time, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors, the Don Blezick Memorial, Goats & Co., Mills County Fair Board, Triple F Farms, Barrett Heating and Air Conditioning, Gary and Elise Bozeman, Newmeister Family, AgriLand FS, Heartland Co-op, and 4-H and Friends. We'd like to thank our sponsor for the Grand Champion Dairy Doe class, which is going to be Goats & Co. This is going to be our Goats Novelty Does. And this is going to be Ava Moracle showing this stuff.
Okay, this is our novelty class, and for the breed, we've got a pygmy here. The pygmy standards are very, very well written and very complete. And so you want an animal that shows not a lot of length from the coronet band to the knee. And this doe is pretty short in that length of her cannon bone. We'd just like for it to be maybe just a tad bit shorter, but a doe that has a lot of structural correctness. I like the rear set to her leg. A doe that shows a lot of levelness out over the top. We could give her a little more space between those horns, just in the pygmy character, and maybe just a little more straightness to the set of that horn. But she has a really nice doe that's going to win her a blue ribbon. Give her a big round of applause.
Congratulations for Ava Moracle. That is our Goat Novelty Pygmy. Does under 6 months. Next up, we will have the Goat Novelty Pygmy. Does 6 months to 1 year. And the presenter in this class will be Brinley Camarillo. At this time, we'll thank some of our sponsors for this event: Hilltop Animal Hospital, Gray Family, Glenwood State Bank, Mills County and Montgomery County Corn Growers Association, Paul Mellencamp Memorial, Walter Family, Goats & Co., Benton Farms and B&B Ranch, and Paul Mellencamp Memorial.
Getting ready to send you the sheep one. Perfect, thank you.
Okay, again, we only had one entry. You guys are making it easy for me, but we have a little pygmy doe here that does conform to the standard a little bit more. she does show us a lot shorter cannon bone, a doe that stands on a great set of feet and legs for me. She just comes square off of the body for the leg set. She shows us a lot of levelness out over that top. Very well sprung doe that has a really correct set to her rear leg. Just a really nice little pygmy doe for this young lady, and she'll be deserving of a blue ribbon. Give her a big round of applause.
Congratulations to Brinley Camarillo. Next class is going to be the novelty does, Mytonic does under 6 months. First presenter we're going to have is Maximus Parker. Then in this class we'll also have Lillian Parker. Lillian and Maximus Parker will be our presenters. Looks like they got a little help in this class. Don't forget tonight, folks, at 6 o'clock we have motocross. Then at noon today we have some sort of tractor parade. And then a pet show at 1:30, so that sounds exciting. Thanks again to some of our sponsors, the Don Bleasick Memorial, Goats & Co., Mills County Fair Board, Triple F Farms, Barrett Heating and Air Conditioning, Gary and Elise Bozeman, Newmeister Family, Agroland FS, Heartland Co-op, 4-H and Friends. And also scheduled this evening is from 3 to 5 bingo. It should be fun. And then Minute to Win It at the Lakin Center at 4 o'clock. Iowa Learning Farms Conservation Station, 4 to 7. I'm sure that'll be a hoot. hit some of the other stuff. What's Sunday? Rodeo? From 10:30 to 11 today, you have the Ugly Cake contest at the Orchard Commons. Then from 10 to 2, pony rides south of the Horse Arena. At 11, we have the Rubber Chick and Shot contest at the Poultry Barn. Then at 12:30, Clover Kids Stuffed Animal Pet Show. Once again, our presenters in this class are Lillian Parker and Maximus Parker with a little bit of help.
Okay, in the Myconic world, these goats were bred in Tennessee. They were bred because of deformity in their system that made them fall over and faint. They're called the fainting goats. But their new world order is that they're almost a miniature meat goat. They're very, very designed to have that muscle pattern that we're looking for. And so when we're studying the Myconics, we want a nice compact goat, but we want a goat that we're going to see some muscle, some extension in that amount of muscling that they carry throughout. And so we're going to start with the little doe that's just really correct on her feet and legs. We have a showman that does a very good job of displaying this little doe. She shows extension in that neck, refinement in that head, and then she wants to show us that really nice maternal bloom for no older than she is, that wedge shape that we desire in a breeding female. And then when we get to her rear set of her legs, she has the correct set, but she also is starting to show us some muscle on that inner thigh, some muscle down into that round. Just a really, really nice doe to win this class for you. And she'll be a purple ribbon doe. So we come into this next doe, a doe again that shows us that nice muscle pattern. She just wants to fall off a little sharper from hooks to pins for us today. She's not as three-dimensional, not as well sprung in the rib, not as heavily muscled on that inner thigh, but she does stand on a nice set of feet and legs for me. Really, again, a really nice doe. Doe number 3 follows doe number 2, very close in type and kind. She just gives up an overall width and dimension to the doe that's ahead of her, but again, she shows us some extension in that neck, levelness out over the top, very correct set to her rear leg. She shows us some spring to that rib, but we want to see more dimension, more three-dimensionalness, and more muscle on that inner thigh and down into that stifle. As we come into this doe, a doe that we'd like for her to have a little more correct set to her rear, her front leg. She wants to splay out that one toe, and we want to have a more correct set where the legs, feet and legs just come right off that animal like a square table. But the advantage that she does have is that she starts at the shoulder with width, just a really nice amount of width at the top of that shoulder. It's very desirable in a meat type animal. She does show us some spring of rib. She's just maybe a little shorter compacted. We might want to just lengthen her out just a little bit, give her a little more three-dimensionalness, but a nice doe as well. And then as we come into this next doe, again, a doe that shows correctness on her feet and legs, levelness out over the top. She just wants to be a lot sharper from hooks to pins, not nearly as much muscle tone on that inner thigh, but a nice group of Mytonics. Give them all a great big round of applause. The last four will be blue, and the first girl will get a purple.
It's only one end there.
Congratulations to Lillian Parker and Maximus Parker.
Oh my god. Get out of here.
Next class we're going to have is Novelty Does, Mytonic does under 5 years old. Don't forget, folks, later tonight at 6 o'clock motocross. From 4 to 7 tonight, we'll have the Iowa Learning Farms Conservation Station. And in this class, again, we have Novelty Does Mytonic does under 5 years old. And we have Lillian Parker and Maximus Parker as representatives again. Tomorrow night, Sunday night, at 7 o'clock, they will have the Grand River Rodeo. At 4 o'clock, they will have the working exhibits at the Lincoln Center. At 12:30, they'll have the meet and greet, Queen and Court. And then at 1 tomorrow, they will have the pedal tractor polls at the Lincoln Center. Thanks again to our sponsors. Hilltop Animal Hospital, Brave Family, Linwood State Bank, Mills and Montgomery County Corn Growers Association, Paul Mellencamp Memorial, Walter Family, Goats & Co., Benton Farms, B&B Ranch, and Paul Mellencamp Memorial. We have Lillian Parker and Maximus Parker out there again, showing their Novelty Does Mytonic. Mytonic does under 5 years old.
Okay, in the Mytonic world, there's no discrimination for horns or disbutted or polled, and so that's not even taken into consideration. But what's taken into consideration is the correctness of the frame and the amount of muscling ability that they each have. This little blonde colored doe, she just exemplifies what we're looking for in the Mytonic world. She's very correct on her feet and legs. She shows us muscle in that round, muscle down into the stifle, on the inner thigh. She shows width out over the top, levelness from hooks to pins, well sprung, very three-dimensional. She shows us a lot of spring to that rib. just a really nice headset to this doe. Really nice doe for this young lady. My doe in second follows her close, type and kind. She just doesn't start with the same amount of width in that chest floor. When you handle her out over the top, she's not as explosive when you get to the top of that shoulder. And then when you get to the rear, she wants to fall off sharper from hooks to pins. In her natural stance, she wants to be pinched a little bit. We want to see more width in that natural stance. She does show extension in that neck. She's well sprung. Two nice does. They'll both be blue ribbon does. Give them a big round of applause.
Congratulations to Lillian Parker and Maximus Parker. And that was our Mytonic does under 5 years old. At this time, we're going to pick our Grand Champion Novelty Doe and Reserve Champion Novelty Doe. If we could get Lillian Parker and Maximus Parker back, and Ava Moracle and Brindley Camarillo back, and we'll pick our champions.
Do you know where Amber is? He's not in a Okay.
And our sponsors for the Grand Champion Novelty Doe, Paul Mellencamp Memorial, Kate Parker family, and Gary and Elise Bozeman. So thank you for the sponsorship for our Grand Champion Novelty Doe and Reserve Champion Novelty Doe. Correction there, that's Gary and Alice Bousman.
Showmanship, that was all me. You guys said no for sure, no. That would be, that's the question. I didn't know if you were all. I mean, we can reach this.
And these are our novelty does. We're picking our Grand Champion and Reserve Champion at this time. Thanks to our sponsors, Newmeister Family, AgriLand, Heartland Co-op. Don't forget, tonight guys, at 6 o'clock we have motocross.
Yeah, they just asked us that she doesn't have any, she said she was at least 2 showmanship. So I have to check. Yeah, she told me that she was going to.
You got one? So like now, like in interview class, yeah, so you'll have that, like,
They had it, no, they already had it.
As you can see, folks, these novelty does are neck and neck, picking our Grand Champion and Reserve Champion. And our sponsors for these Grand Champion and Reserve Champion are Gary and Elise Bousman and Paul Mellencamp Memorial Kate Parker family.
Okay, we're ready for the drive, so we like for this to be just a little more dramatic. And so in my drive, you know, in the cattle world, the judge comes out and slaps the steer, the heifer on the top. When I did that in the goat world, they didn't like it. So then I came out and slapped the exhibitor, and I got in trouble for that. So now I'll just shake your hand. You're going to be my champion. And I'll just talk about the animal that's going to be the champion. It's going to be the doe that's the most correct package for me today, the doe that's most complete. She stands on a nice set of feet and legs. She shows us the most three-dimensionalness. She shows us refinement in that head, extension in that neck, but then she shows us